Warning, business credit. I wish I had $1 for every time someone called and asked about business credit. Everyone wants to know the shortcut. They want to know, how do we get business credit? Can I get $200,000? Can I get $250,000? Can I get $100,000? Even $50,000? I mean, yeah, there's tons of product. There's SBA products and there's, business credit cards, and you see the commercials and, oh, we help this business or we give you this. But a lot of times what people want is they want a shortcut. You want to find somebody who on the side of the road says that they can get you the $100,000 and it's going to cost you $5,000 or $10,000 for them to do it because they're going to build you a profile. They're going to get you that credit. And I'm here to tell you that the best way to do it is to raise the money. The best way to do it is to prove that your business is sustainable and viable, is to get the cash and grow the way that you are meant to grow in your business. If for some reason you need an influx of cash, then I tell people all the time, maybe you need to partner with someone that has the liquidity and you bring the sweat equity. But once you get into debt, once you get into the credit game, once you get into what it means to make the payments, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to outpace the debt. There's a debt to outpace. There's an amount of interest that is occurring and incurring, and you've got to make money faster than that's actually coming up against you. But the average person is never going to outpace it. They're going to have to bankrupt it. And you're going to say, oh, well, you know what? If I bankrupt it, then it's not me. Well, let me tell you this, 99% of the time, someone is guaranteeing the credit. So even the person who's saying, oh, I'm going to build business credit, they might be fixing your credit so that you can guarantee it. And then you're on the hook for it. Especially if it's a SBA product or something at a bank. If you're not publicly traded, if you don't have strong tax returns, which if you're brand new, you don't have, they're going to come after you anyway. So why even put yourself in that scenario? Why even have that stress when you can organically build your business? Be authentic to the growth in your business. Grow the way that you're supposed to. Get employees when you're supposed to. You fund it, you pay for it, then you're constantly behind the ball trying to catch up. And then all of a sudden, I tell you, it makes me sad. The clients that come in that have aged, that have been working their business for years, and they've realized only when they're facing retirement that they never had a business. They just created a job and a debt for themselves. And they're trying to figure out, does the business have enough value for me to sell it so that I can actually retire? Only realizing that they didn't build the systems in the business. They were just building survival. So don't get stuck in that rut. Don't be caught in that situation. Plan your life, plan your liquidity, plan your retirement, plan the growth the way that it's supposed to. The business is not meant to suck you or drain you or stress you. It's meant to add. It's meant to benefit. But if you are constantly in debt and you're fighting against it, 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, you will not outpace it. Well, I'm looking for the next big deal. The person told me to do this. This next big thing is coming up. Whether it's, I don't care what it is, ICOs, Bitcoins, trading, I don't care what it is. I don't care the industry. Someone told me cannabis, oils, I'm going to go down, Canada, South America. There's so many things that are going on. And the reality is that a lot of big players in those games, they've got deep pockets to play it. So if you're not in that situation, then you want to be smart with what you've been given and grow it the way that you need to. So business credit, warning, if someone is selling it to you and they say, look, give me $10,000 and I'll build you $100,000 and I'm just going to charge you 10%, or give me $10,000 and when I get you 100, then you just have to pay me another 20. The reality is that if they could do that, they wouldn't need your money. They would farm it. They would create it. They would create pods of it and just duplicate it over and over again and get what they needed to build their own wealth. But the reason why they're selling it is because they want your money so that you can be trapped. You can be in a scenario and maybe they get it for a few clients, but guess what? You're stuck with the bill and you've overpaid for the money. Can you make money grow faster than it's going to cost you? That's the question you should ask yourself. And when clients come in and they tell us that they've been taken advantage of, it just breaks our heart. So if somebody wants to sell you the education, then do it. Because there's an education involved, yes. There's a process involved, yes. You can organically build it. There's reputable places out there, yes, do that. But don't just give your money away and think that you're going to hand it over to somebody. You have to be involved in the process. You have to be able to answer the question. They're going to verify. They're going to call you. They're going to check your website. They're going to check your phone number. You've got to make sense on paper. And if you don't know what it takes to make sense, then they're going to catch you in the middle of it and it's going to cost you. Believe me, we've had clients whose accounts have been shut down. Merchant accounts have been shut down. Things have stopped because they weren't able to verify the information. The banks aren't stupid. Underwriters aren't stupid. But on the other side of it, yeah, there's people willing to give you the money. There's hard money lenders. There's all kinds of places. But there's something that's going to be on the line. And are you willing to pay the price for it? So if you're not, after you look at all those pieces, then maybe you just need to revisit your plan. Maybe you need to look at it differently and say, you know what? What do I have the capacity for? And then I engage in it that way. I engage in it based on my capacity. And when my capacity grows, then I'll grow into another plan. And then in that space is where you're successful. When you start the business, have an exit strategy and don't let the exit strategy involve debt. Because that's something that will wear on and ruin your retirement if that's the case. Make sure your exit strategy involves you building wealth, you building cash, you building security. Because why are you in business if it's not to count the money, make money, be profitable? If it's costing you more, if it's costing you more than you can afford, then maybe it's not the right business for you. But either way, when you see business credit, just remember the warning signs and make sure that you're doing what's best for you. We want you to have the best experience and we want you to be successful, but along the way, it's going to take you being smart and you making the right decisions. Don't be taken advantage of and don't be duped into paying money at a rate of a higher cost than what you're able to pay. Warnings on business credit. If you are ready to be inspired, if you're ready to be informed, then it's time for you to subscribe to our channel. We want to make sure that we are connected so that you can get the information that you need so that you can be successful in your business. Join us today and subscribe.